If you have the machine, you have the men, but you don't have the money, how are you going to work? So, Sanyama Miensani Ninano, complementing each other. Zoom Lion, we're building capacity, are building institutional capacity. Abedun Pempensobia, they have the resources, they have the monetary resources, they have the personnel, they have the technical know-how, they have everything that they can give us a good waste management system. Why are we trying to fight them?
Presenters no yesterday say you bet church mama or mama nati say nipa bebre no omunim several aspects of contracts are or
yes
when they been say you shall see the free sweepers and okwajisika and the sweepers one more kitwe bi when in fact it has got nothing to do with YEA.
Yes,
until within YEA there are several contracts are or way is to do with the MMDAs warm communities na ye community skip ye bola na wo de skip no akosi ho community haulage container na akosi ho na ma na just wo ma ba be fa na ye de ko engineer landfill. It is a yan chire man chere nkrofo they would be confused, they can't tell. No mo ka say they no be can say omo pra form no yama wo 258 na iskani swano na onim say it has something to do with trucks here.
And of ADAKABRI, Osha Ghana for Nankasa. Bebrena, they said they don't have a deep insight as to the relationship between government and then the Zoom Lion. And now, they said the Ayekano. Say, you see, the district should be responsible for waste management and collecting their waste. Ankasana. What machinery do any district have to go and do anything? There's no district in Ghana and then on Robert Miaka say on a sanitation track about 10 ever. Kotrobu Amasaman say as an assembly, do they have any said on drip equipment for road maintenance now? They should have gone and do major investment in bringing equipment.
Drip equipment so no they say and no so asan akwa kradia ba na dia ma assembly no mutu etuare.
So why on earth would you want to take a fight against such a company? Say a Zoom Lion you know be do pempen so be kwan say he is controlling a $1 trillion company krana. The most important thing is that
or capacity
or the capacity to deliver.
That's all.
Now, if you are delivering, say Elon Musk introducing electric vehicles. That's what we are seeing. Was Elon Musk the one who introduced electric vehicles? No. But the Americans have made it to the extent to it look like Elon Musk is a champion as far as electronic vehicles are concerned because a deliberate attempt by the Biden government to empower the gentleman, give him state contracts to be able to compete with the Chinese manufacturers. And to say, Nena Zoom Line, wako crack equipments now. Some of these journalists now, Omaya Mu say, they are all knowing. Who are they? Who are they?
And wakoye RTI, ope.
What do you need that information for? Is it for you to stand on it again to fight? Say, abrogating the contracts now.
Under RTI, now contract now. Uperusu. There's something on toward that. Say the name one so report.
State no offer a state no. And no contract no. What should I say? The whole state you know. Ebe be untoward. With the contractor or mine on Zoom Lion and one and I will know Manas or no the sometimes
state no bit me I am from so. At the near business CA state any SML aqua contractor and a young swim from Sobio Hono. It is she in sequine say Obeko aqua J contract say or quackoshe some from Sobio one and from so one the state of Ghana in him choir or Faswa or the handle and from so. Now the old year say, "What to do normal in such a way, say, and yet assembly any idea actually, or be an obi or why, or say me performance service say at next state no, ya tis can be their mammy."
Of the intent, no, the intent of Manasseh, no, and on the problems is here. because wadi carbon from omu aba be keka nsem bia na oni information nimpo as to say even Zoom lion for omu prepra no kra no sika na yedi tua omu ka no na woni mu kra kwaya ye fa so a say sika na yenya di tua eye workers no kra aka enso oba from of anu onim dia ade no oba from mu be ka say Zoom lion papa no ni tirimu odin because okoje 800 Ghana cedis na no aba be ma omu pra no just 250. Meanwhile, no, onim niene involved with sa leftover na aka no. Na onim.
Ebetimi aba say onim. Nanso wonim wo mo hye akire. Na gitum say we a Ghanaian businessman. We a Ghanaian businesswoman. We a Ghanaian business executive. Wo ye wadwuma na wadwuma yesede etum pon a. Wonim wo mo etachire a. Omunya ya na nkwadwuma na hwease. Thinking say hwease a automatically na
omo teche no omo anim na agu ase because ama omo ahu say ensam na manase ka ni nyina no Ghana fo ahu say na enye nokore enti se mo na mo kotche na chi ana say obi ta na chi ene obeye asa expose na dia ene anim na agu ase because kwaya ofa so a obedi ni dwuma no amwa nkrofo na omo hye na chi ne manase no Ghana fo ahu say asam na no woka no enye nokore bi anim enti ye wo bi papa bi a ese Zoom lion kra just for no ene ese ye bo na ba so more
there be emo number so wo se wo kope RTI no a onkope RTI na yemfa contract bi every single contract bi na yem omo akire obo akire na bibi on toward a omfa mra
ofade na wan kwaji ansan na wo ba be ka sansem no
say I ne manase say ohia say onya access to the entire contract that government has with Zoom Lion as a journalist. Nobody will take that away from you.
Yes,
nobody.
Because be something on toward
yes, but the question again is that we are talking about the state now in terms of the quantum of refuse that we produce in a day and our ability to make sure that we absorb that quantum of waste now you're producing now you're recycling and now they are called a centralized place now you're reprocessing it into another finished product. Do we have the capacity? The answer is no. The state said they are not mostly just for now this drip equipment but drip equipment but the argument is that in the absence of that company which individual NDC musisi as a per or ni link China and then the link Brazil or what that capacity nu say obey to me the earth moving machines about a bit me ama all the 275 constituencies in Ghana they don't have it they don't have it share Ghana no vindictiveness in the doors you share time na Ibrahim Mahama krani ni engineers and planners same way eba ese okwakoyi odo river mu look at the things that happen in this country and the air can say Manasseh you may be doing a job as a journalist but one year careful who jeopardizing the entire country and our ability to make sure we absorb the waste now obia endi unchini say don't go
this commenter Kevin Abedi Taylor on this issue of capacity. Kevin Taylor made a point about capacity. Yentie kakra Kevin Taylor kan bordering on capacity. Niye say at what stage and at the state of Ghana one ye careful na yakika normal boom. Ebi say we yedi ko sister ball na wo nkurase no na obi so de beba be fore super de nenu nti ye be ye comment say da bi ye hia make us to obi aso be use kan fan kotori yentie Kevin Taylor comments kakra ono oye fasade we say okay. Bomodia said just to get the machine up and running.
private sector investors, the government also needs to do its part. So I have been on this platform on countless occasions to tell Ghana for say, when it comes to sanitation, Ghana ball idea, that thing, it should not be done solely by a single company. Now, the arguments are among for Mickey, and I have seen Manasseh Azuri, the baller journalist. The idea and the journalism is to make sure he brings a Zoom Lion down. I don't care. That is not my problem. I don't even care whether Zoom Lion goes down or not. Azuri is Zoom Lion, their own problem. But then when it comes to sanitation issue in Ghana today, I want to ask a simple question. And today I was watching TV online and all that, and people were talking about, yes, it is good. Right now, no, Zoom Lion, he has to come and also lobby for another contract with other private companies that want to manage that want to be part of waste management in Ghana. And I agree with those conversations. I agree with those people talking. But in this moment, as a nation, as a country, I'm not holding brief for Zoom Lion. I would never do that. But I want to ask, say you baller and or Ghana, do you know where the baller ends? We are all arguing. We are all saying it is good.
100.9.
I don't want one company. I don't even want Zoom Lion alone to take over Ghana's baller, so that Obia any access to Ghana baller. Now the question here is, Zoom Lion as a company today in Ghana, I say, and you say Obia ambe lobby MBP contract to be MBE baller. No, it is fine. Now the question here is, are we in a position as a nation to handle the amount of baller? Do we have private companies that have the capacity to manage your baller no Ghana no now? Does the government, as we know, does it have the capacity to manage your trash as a nation now? These are three questions I'm asking. The question, I'm going to tell me questions waiting and say, I like it. I am happy. Today, we have opened the floodgates for everybody to go and also lobby or also bid for a contract to manage waste in Ghana. Now, the question here is, Oba Abruchira, about a management of a baller, the government technically, indirectly handles it. And when I say technically or indirectly, it is handled by the county or maybe the state. You can see, say, it is basically done in a federal way, not like the government as a whole, but the local government or a county or a state and handle a baller. Now, as we speak in Ghana today, we as a nation, as much as we have a problem with Zoom Lion, as much as we think or we believe that he is manipulating a waste management part of this waste management whole conversation, the question here is, are we as a nation, do we have waste management companies that have that capacity to manage the kind of waste we make in Ghana? Let's be realistic. As much as we all have a problem with Zoom Lion monopolizing the system and all that, let's ask real questions that need real answers. Do we have the capacity? Can we today manage our waste? Can we as a nation? Do we have any company in Ghana that has 10% of the capacity Zoom Lion has to manage our waste? TV, radio, morning show talking about Zoom Lion stepping away, reopening the bid. The question is, when they put their trash in their bin in front of their house, do they know where the trash ends up? Do they know? Because when it comes to waste management, it is not just about picking the waste. It is not the baller now. It goes through a process for that baller to vanish. And it's a say, as a nation, as much as Azuri ye dede or ye dede no, Mumusa Azuri, Manasseh Azuri say, we as a nation today, Ghana as a nation, NDC government today, as a ruling party, Eddie Ghana. So, do we have the capacity? Do we have the capacity to manage our waste? Do we have? Now, when you pick the baller, that's how pick a baller now. Or the baller no to baller, where does it go? Because remember, so the baller to baller, they never turn baller now. Baller one share, it will go away and when it rains, that same baller will come back to your house. And no, happening in Ghana today. Sometimes we pay money and we think our baller is gone. Yenya boys be omuti eyede abobo yaso na yede baller amomo no omo de ko. Omo de baller no kwa ya dream no baller no has disappeared. But the moment it rains, the same baller na a call 2 weeks ago, no, those same baller will come back to our neighborhood. Say our house has flooded. We don't have water. We are struggling here. We look like frogs. The question here is, when they pick your trash, because maybe to America, say when they pick my trash, I know that I'm not going to see the trash again. But in Ghana, when they pick your trash today, say and yama other private companies the opportunity to bid and also manage waste in Ghana. Do you think, sir, when they pick your trash, the trash will disappear forever, or the trash will be carried somewhere for the rain to bring it back home? Because we also need to look at these things before we make those arguments. There are so many people every morning, they are sitting on TV, they are sitting on radio, they are arguing. I have said, I have always argued, we should not hand over Ghana's waste management to one company. So I agree. If the government is saying other companies are supposed to be involved, I agree 100%. Zoom Lion cannot monopolize our waste management. He needs to understand, say, your companies are also but in our situation right now, in our state right now, as a nation, as a government, do we have the capacity to manage our waste? The reason I'm asking this is simple. Now, see a town ball and if you get in Anua, the baller has to end up at a recycling plant.
You just na one on nine. Final comment.
Say if he say mete Kevin Taylor and we are seeing in Muhano, menene nya adwen da. But enede me nua na asem a waka ne no. Eyade a menene no. Do we have the strength to absorb ball adodo a ye wo mamu as a state, as a minor, ye was sa hoden no. And what can some back a very emphatic say yes, it's good to see a bit me a beam. Now ye ball a semono nipa dodo na abem. But do they have the capacity? Zoom Lion. The question is, the answer is no. They don't have. It is the best thing I bet me I say. At the end, you Zoom Lion continue on your juma. Now you build the capacity. A lot of people are almost bet me about be rejumanum. Send your beya. Ye ball a semina wo mamuhano. E bet me akuyi amaye. Na enkon kobase debiano. Zoom Lion kwane what capacity no de beye. Enti edu mrebia. Ono so obre no ho edi nya tracks no dodo na enti se ye use be 500 tracks e wo Ghana ha na se Zoom Lion e wo capacity no obetimi use e de be 300 tracks ayaduma na ade 200 na aka no ye nkrofo no so aka no wo sa capacity na ye betimi a che 200 no ama wo mo so betimi de ayaduma bo o man na kan ne kwa so ano no. But as we speak over, we don't have any company that has the capacity. And after the state doesn't even have the strength. See, you better absorb it. Ball I do ye woman, you bet me absorbing ye yankasa, ye 200 money iron. Apart from Zoom Lion, obi anyone more bet me yes I don't know. And see my papa no quine. Now when you do mano, now you thinking outside the box. I just say the bet me the microphobia become who send you do na kana. Ye the problem. Zoom Lion or two on slow competition. Because our capacity no into what no when our back when our fight with those people no more system no more data. It is here he has nothing to lose.
Okay. Richard,
you of ADAKABRI, wait there just a quick one. Say me bisao. Time now Zoom Lion any government almost signing first contract. No, did Zoom Lion put in any clause say we are preventing you from giving any other contract to any other Ghanaian company?
I said 2019, I'm competing with 3 other companies.
So that means Zoom Lion, Omwakasa no man fa caveat behind and to us say once we did Jumana Manu, men find money for Biao. So where is this argument? Say Zoom Lion, ya monopolize the system, na Zoom Lion kwana ede, eye Jumano. It is about your innovativeness, about your capacity to think. And to me, stress, maybe position itself, ADAKABRI. If Zoom Lion is the only company in Ghana You bet to me a grooming. You bet to me a man all the opportunity to work, and then our waste will be converted into proper finished product, and there will be sanity and cleanliness in Accra, any other 16 region there. I, Richard Suma, I am 100% for it. So onun kwa obeye juma no, but a juma no obeye no be an who said deliverables no or this super bola no any chrome. The sanitation issue is under control. What is my problem? Okay. In civilized countries, they don't care to monopolize any sector of their economy if they think that whoever is delivering there is doing a yeoman job. So what is the problem?
Omo Environmental Services Association, Omo East Legon. It be members of the Environmental Services Association, no, be Omo Sosono, Omo Beshe, na Crown Befaswa, Ombenya for because Omo no, Zoom line no to me call any crano. Okasa other members no Cramra Meji, trucks no be no more fanya, you no mutu to account almost Ompe. Because we free so no coordinate trucks no be no the year humana. Where's the kitchen contract? Ogo coordinate trucks no the executing the contract na no no be is carry man. The rather no obepe bosi ya koto trucks no be wa bush baby. Na dey say say no open no ase. That's it no business if we nyina dem say Richard Suma of the Movement for Change in less than 21 working days na just what the new party no I've know the about to Jadi ama Benji na just
Benji me pochi ben me pochi no
less than 21 days no the new party
Benji me pochi no
na obe launching na Benjamin Desire so no of the new patriotic party now also no actually say sanity at the abane party no at the end of the day no so yetimi di buo ma ye ho wo di buo ema the new patriotic party na leadership of the new patriotic party nipa no obeba be flag bearer no say ebuo ewo ho ma no ebuo ewo ho ma nipa wo ye flag bearer of the NDC ebuo ewo ho ma eye movement nipa flag bearer na ye the issues mum eye adwuma no na ye yi no ma be free mu na obi anim de na owo no ideas owo no na ye share the best idea na ebetumi ama Ghana edi emu eye di ama ya da mu nyina amase na ye be sore so na se da koma emai mienu eye abna frema bankro na Abraham Oye say wo matimi produce show yi effectively ama emema no kra bo ma ba so it I say to you abna ma